Okay, I'm going to give you a brief overview of using glasscubes.com. If you weren't already at the site, you can go to either www.glasscubes.com or directly to the URL. If you have multiple sites and you log in at the overall login, then, well, it automatically took me to this site because of my cache memory. But if I'm logging in right now under the administrator account, and you can tell your administrator when it has admin area and you can upgrade. Here's the price structure. We're in the free one with up to 2 workstations, unlimited users, and 1 gigabyte of storage. And right now that's seeming to work for us. You can set up some of the preferences for your account or in the admin area. The one I did before, I had a custom logo, custom login message, things like that. You can tell what files will be allowed to be viewed. When you log in, you'll have this latest activity summary on your dashboard, and it's kind of overwhelming and complicated if a whole lot of stuff has been going on. The trick to using it and keeping it simple is when you log in, go to the workspace you want. You can either get to it here, or you can click here and then select it. And then you get the summary that's got the little this week for the calendar and some recent activity. It's also a little overwhelming. You can see what members are in the group and who's online. Like right now, me and this one are online. But the simple thing to do is to go straight to Documents, and here's a list of the documents that have been uploaded. If I want to click on one to review it, it takes me to here, and I can see what comments may have been made already on it. If you uploaded the document and you're considered the owner, then you can edit permissions and such. When I've used this in the past, it gave a preview of the document, and for some reason that's not working, and I'm not sure why. It says no preview available. I'm not sure if it's a firewall issue on my end, or if that service, the rendering service, is temporarily down, or what. But we can still look at the document by clicking Edit Online, and you notice that it opens in a separate window. So if you make sure that that window is dragged over enough, then you can read the talk, and be sure and don't edit each other's talks in this regard. And then you can click back over and be keeping track of your comments while you're reading it. And so you want to get back to the talk, and it's got all the typical online document editors, center, right, justify, bullets, bold, italics. You can change the font size. It is limited compared to a full-blown word processor, but it's, you should get the talk completed first on a computer and then upload it here, and then this would be where you do tweaking. You can do large-scale cut and pastes. I'm not going to do it though because I don't want to mess up their talk. And you need to push the save button here. And you got print buttons and stuff like that too. But you need to save. It does not save automatically at this time. And so when you're done reading it, And see, it shows that I've made changes and that they're not saved, uh, but I don't want to save those. So then you can do your comment here and click save to that, and then that will be the ongoing feedback that we could get in an asynchronous method for our talks. If you're working on the talk and you don't want everybody messing with it while you're working on it, because they may be like commenting about stuff that you're about to already change anyway, you can lock the document for edit, and so when somebody sees it, it'll show that it's locked by you, and then you can unlock it for people to look at again. So then back to the documents list, and you can look at another one. The PowerPoint, I uploaded the Zelensky's PowerPoint, and you can actually edit the PowerPoint online. I don't think it presents right with the animation and everything, so this would be more like for file storage, because we could download this file back to our computer, and I believe it would retain all of its functionality. Bob, you can play with that. Here's one here that you can see the versioning that's been tracked. I uploaded it in our Marriage Encounter account, and then Sean logged in as our Marriage Encounter account and edited it. And I think that she and I may want to change the Marriage Encounter account as the administrator, and then us do our editing as our individual email accounts, so that we can kind of keep track of who's who and who's doing what. But you can actually go back in time and view different versions in case you accidentally make a change and don't like it. You can go back to the talks list clicking here, or again clicking here. For some reason I've gotten in the habit of clicking on the documents one. You can sort them how you want, and I think that's the, uploading a document. So if you want to upload a talk, you click upload new document, choose the file from your hard drive. This is an old one that I'm going to upload as a test, just a dummy. And the title will automatically be the file name, but you can put in a different title. I'm going to put in old file for test. And for permissions, if you make it read, they can't actually read it online. They have to download the file to their hard drive and open it from there, and then they can make comments. So without the preview privilege, I believe leaving full privileges for everybody is the best thing to do, and you can have people notified by email individually or all members. And which, if you're going to upload several files, don't notify every time. You might just pick the first or the last file for people to get email notification that there's been a change or some actions happened. And if you've got a fast connection, it uploads really quick. And so here it is, and I could edit it online and make the comments on it. I go back to the documents list, and there it is, because right now they're listed in reverse chronological order. And to delete it, I can check that box and click delete. And these other, discussion here. I had actually thought about, and you guys give me feedback, I thought about using the discussion board as the way to where you post a new message and paste your talk in there, because you can, if you're the one that made that posts the original discussion, you can go back in and edit it. So like, here's a reply to this post. I can click the edit here and then edit what I said. And so if this were a talk, then I could edit the talk in this window. And I could go either way, doing it through the documents or through the discussion. The documents, I think, allows more formatting possibilities and things like that. This was my post. Here's where the original post, you can edit it with that button. but you get minimal formatting functionality. So I'll cancel that. But this discussion area could be where a dialogue is ongoing about logistics for planning the weekend. And ideally, a Glass Cube's workspace like this would be set up several weeks, a couple of months uh, before a weekend event to be, of course, working out uh, meetings and personnel, and you could maintain a volunteer list on here. If you click on people, you can see who the people are that are in so far. Uh, so we've activated our accounts. You guys should have an email that has a link in it, and when you click on that link, it'll take you to the login page where you pick what your password's going to be, and you can change permissions. So if we had a volunteer list, we could not give them access to certain things, uh, give them read-only access, a variety of things like that. And it does have a calendar built in, and the calendar can get a RSS feed, I believe. I'm not sure, can't remember where it is. You can sync it with iCal. Yeah, there's the feed. Or as people add stuff, they can notify people, members by email, and then the person can enter it into their individual calendar, and then this could be like where the group comes to see everything. I'm going to sign out real quick and sign back in as not administrator, and I'm going to switch those accounts so that it's simpler for Sean and I. And again, so you get this login here, so I'm going to go straight to my workspace and look at my documents. And so here's the look. The main difference is I can click on my username and do my individual preferences, but I don't have the account preferences. So back to my workspace, documents, and there's the documents. Create a whiteboard. I don't think I've seen that yet. It's got a lot of stuff to play around with. Linking a Google document, that's a new thing as well. You can do folders to where you put documents in a folder, and this may be a way to have one workspace with multiple weekends in it, because you can give permissions to individuals by folder, so that all the talks that are in a folder could be available to certain members. So there's a lot of flexibility in it, and I've definitely not become an expert on it in any stretch. I did do another look since we used this in June with the Fort Worth weekend, and the Telgers seemed to like it, and I wondered if it was still okay or if something else came out that was better. And because Drop INO was one that we had played around with, and they went out of business, and this one seemed to have gotten better, and the competition had less storage space. This is 1 gigabyte, and for higher amounts of money. This one is really cheap per month. You can pay what, $30 a year to increase your storage space significantly. No, that's not true. That's the reverse. This one is really expensive to increase the storage space, but the free 1 gigabyte is sufficient to handle several talks. All right, I'm going to shut up now.